The one.
Welcome everybody to Pmgc 2022. My name is Felix and I'll be your desk host throughout the next 3 days. I genuinely could not be more excited, especially since this is my first time on the desk. Luckily, I'm not alone. I'm joined by none other than Maxman and 7 Worlds Gaming. How are you guys doing?
Doing fantastic. Thank you so much, Felix. We are here. The teams are here. The audience is here right now.
Oh, yes.
All here to try and take home that trophy. 7, I cannot wait to get into the action here.
I am ready, baby. We've been waiting for this for so long that we are finally here, as you guys have been saying. I can't wait to see who's going to be the champion. I can't wait to see who's going to end up surprising us, because we know one thing. Somebody is going to surprise us, and can Nova get a three-peat? Back to back to back?
That's a lot of trophies. We'll have to see. But hey, IHG from Mongolia, one of the 2 teams from Mongolia. The first time we have 2 teams from this region in Pmgc Grand Finals. And really, with their performance in the League Stage 7, a clear chance they can be a contender for that trophy.
They can definitely be a contender. One of the main questions for me out of this team, though, is in the last chance, they actually didn't get any chicken dinners yet that were still able to qualify.
So consistent.
I want to see if they can get at least the chicken dinner here on day 1.
Oh, I love that. Look at him just doing the little heart into the audience. And I just want to say this. The energy in this room, the energy in this area is absolutely mind-blowing. Look at this. They are just screaming for everyone. I love it. I love it.
It's absolutely amazing. I mean, for Angry Men, also another team coming in from China with Span. I would have to call 7 the Giga Chad of the tournament. He's played already in Pmgc. He's already played at this stage with players that have never been made in it to a Pmgc Grand Finals. He allowed his team to make it. He gave his international experience to them, and now they're aiming high. They're aiming to potentially beat their friends on Nova Esports.
It really is. I want to see how they're going to be able to perform here, especially 33 Sven. As you mentioned, he hasn't actually been here since 2020. Will this be the year that they're actually going to be able to put up a great performance and state their name internationally even more? I can't wait to see what 4 Angry Men are going to be doing.
They look very serious, and they are serious in-game as well. I love it. For Angry Men, I gotta say, personally, I don't even want to say, but I would rate them in this tournament, in this finals. I don't know, but just disregard that.
Hey, a massive F, okay? Hopefully you know F's in the chat for them. but I mean, clearly, hopefully not. But looking at the big contender, but 5 a team from Turkey. They beat the record with the most elimination 7 for a single chicken dinner, 27 in the spring season. Turkey's been just growing so much in the past few years, and right now maybe at a level where they can compete for the trophy.
I was so lucky to meet them in Istanbul last month, and these guys, I talked to them. How are you guys feeling going into this World Championship? This is once in a lifetime experience, essentially, right? You don't get another chance at this, potentially, right? Because the qualifiers are so hard, and they're saying, we're going into this guns blazing, we have the confidence, we are just the type of persons and the character as well to be able to win this and take this home. And honestly, after meeting them, I am convinced they are.
And for me, Fireflux has to be the clutch factor, because this team, it came down to the last game of Group Green for them to actually clutch it up and get here to the Grand Finals. I'm hoping it doesn't stay until the last game. I'm hoping they're able to clutch up right away.
I mean, Group Green, the group of death,
yes.
right? To make it through, that came out as a really big surprise, but right now they made it to the highest stage possible.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, Turkey, they've been looking so
it's
good.
DRS
Can they go the entire way? We'll have to see these next 3 days.
We'll have to wait to find out, as we do have DRS Gaming.
DRS Gaming, yes. Was that DRS Gaming already on the stage?
It's going quick.
Oh yeah, it's going quick. Just popping out of the tunnel over there. I like these guys too, right? Just wanna shine with that information. I talked to them as well. One of their moms is actually their manager, and it was completely lovely talking to them, and these guys as well. They're so incredibly confident in this. You can just tell when talking to them, they know who they are. They know who they are as players, as individuals. And I think that as well is something that the winner mentality, you just feel it sometimes, and that's something that's needed and necessary to be able to perform at the highest, the very, very highest level.
I gotta feel, it almost feels like it would be illegal to not have DRS in a Pmgc, and they make it every single year. They're just here, you don't know how, and they once again representing the PAL, and they made it so often to this stage. Wouldn't it be great to see the Pally win on the biggest stage here in the Grand Finals and take the trophy? It could happen, it could be this year in 2022.
And I would have to agree with you on that. DRS, I mean, we're used to seeing them PMGC, but this is actually their first
Next,
Pmgc Grand
making their
Finals.
PMGC
Will they crumble or
debut,
will they rise up?
it's Influence
That's a
Canning
big
from
storyline. Hopefully it'll be the
Brazil.
case, but we've got some big contenders. We'll have to see how one goes, be it that's for you here, Seven. Influence Kevin will look in so good, especially in their stage.
Yeah, the only team, especially out of Brazil, that was actually able to qualify to the Grand Finals from group stages. We have seen amazing potential out of this team. I mean, what else can we say about them, right? They have such great quality players. Brazil, we're talking about Turkey. I'm going to talk about Brazil. Because there's just so many great players from Brazil. I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing, Max.
What was it? 3 out of 4 teams from Brazil all made it to the final. That's an insane success ratio, Seven. I understand why you love the region. They clearly showed up, but so far it's been Nova. It's been Nova again. They got themselves the win. Another region that can get it definitely is Brazil. And I mean, they've been looking so hot in the league stage. If they keep on going here, they could go the entire way.
I believe. I'm saving my Brazil pick, though. I think everybody will know which one it is.
Which one? I'm not too sure. Just
From
wait.
Turkey, it's S2G Esports.
One of the most clutch qualifications in the Grand Final. Razy been able to clutch versus LGD. In this game right now, you can see on your screen one singular player up against the entirety of LGD qualifies his team. That is by far my favorite game of Pubg Mobile ever since I started casting, and Razy is the one to make it happen.
Wow, and also you were telling me that you were a big fan of Kelsey. You just said his name.
He's amazing.
Yeah, you were saying he's one of the best players in Europe for you. And I was quite surprised by the statement, not because it's super far-fetched, but because I would have some different names up there in terms of also international experience when we talk looking at HVP, who did make it to the finals right now. So that statement surprised me, but then again, as you said, they are here. And they're looking to take it home.
Exactly. I think it's Silas that just gave so much experience to his team, and now Kelsey in particular, as you said, a player that I'm looking at here that can shine so brightly in these finals. You've got so many other teams there. I mean, we're hyping up every team just to show how tough his competition is going to be for these next 3 days.
I'm getting flashbacks of when I got to do group
From
range during
Malaysia,
group stages, and that was group of death, and now this is like the ultimate group of death for everybody.
Yeah, it was like a fever dream group of death, I think, to some extent, but some of the other teams are just looking absolutely fantastic, and GeekFam so dominant in the league stage. Really, my expectations were like middling for this team, but the domination in the league stage, 61-point lead above 4 Angry Men, the team that has once again been looking so good in their home region of China, and now they got a lot. There's a lot of fans of GeekFam in the crowd. We saw them earlier, and especially with Yuhai on the board, you just can't go wrong.
Add me to that group of fans, because you just mentioned the name that I wanted to talk about. Yuhai, he had an amazing performance during group stages during the whole year, and I think he's starting to step it up in a big way, and I feel like this might be an even more of a breakout performance in Pmgc Grand Final.
I mean, he was playing with BTR too. Like, this guy's just been getting so much experience. It can pay off in this event right now, Alex.
Yes, 100%.
Next,
the fans have come
Godlike
from all around the world
Stalwart
right now. We
from
saw Malaysian fans
Mongolia.
right there in the crowd. Supporting that team right now in Jakarta, Indonesia, which, you know, we are live here from as well. We're going to see us in a minute, don't you worry. Yeah, this is just my point. Esports is bringing us together, Pubg Mobile is bringing us together, and, well, that's not wasting time. Let's go on to the next team. Already up.
Godlike Stalwart, I don't want to talk about them too much because the curse is around.
in case you're wondering, last year during Pmgc Grand Finals, whenever Max actually picked them, they ended up in 7th place, and they were one of the favorite ones, Max. Are they still one of your favorite teams?
I went to talk to Senator from a distance to not give the curse, you know.
You didn't shake hands, did you?
No.
Okay.
No. Smart fist bump, does that count? I'm not sure. Oh, too much maybe. But he said they're looking really confident, and I think that this is the best form this team has currently looked into in a long time. And once again, 2 Mongolian teams, this is the one that has the highest chance, in my opinion, to maybe take the trophy.
And I hinted at it. I mean, I was talking about Group Green, the group of death during the death stages. Guess what? This team ended up winning that group, so I think they are more than ready. And I think if there was ever a time for
the dark horses in your Pmgc debut, Experiment United Esports of Thailand.
Not only a team that dominated in Group Red, a team that we didn't really know about too much on this stage, but a team with the sickest jersey, I have to say.
Yes.
They are dripped out of their mind.
I was going around just over here in the venue trying to find somebody that was maybe willing to just sell me their jersey. I couldn't find anybody, so I think I might have to do something else. We'll have to wait and see, though. I think it's too hard product.
It probably is. One of the 9 teams also that qualified directly into the grand finals through the group stage. And yeah, we see them coming out right now.
Look at
I do believe there's plenty of fans here in the arena as well. I saw some earlier, some visitors, some of the audience walking in with their jerseys actually. So maybe that's an opportunity for you as well.
I feel like, yeah, we'll have to. I'm not putting my hopes up. Just look at it. It looks so good.
Oh.
Can I do that? I know you guys can't see us right now, but I'm definitely trying to look.
Wait, let me try as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, you got it. Oh, wait,
We'll do it.
we're coming in like
with the Boomerang Rap boys. Look at that.
It's their merch.
Please
Their merch
welcome
and their play style.
Inco Gaming from
Inco
Brazil.
Gaming. All right, it's still not my Brazilian pick. Okay, still not my Brazilian pick. But the performance that this team had, there is one big question mark for me, and that is all these players. I mean, Nenebete especially. I feel like that player alone put the team on his back, Max, and got him here to the grand finals. And to be fair, I mean, for all these players, it is their first grand finals. I'm really excited to see how they're going to be reacting to that.
I'm just going to give a tip to all the teams and players out there. If you're against Nenebete and he has a DBS, don't fight it, just run, get a buggy, just get out of it, okay? And you'll have a better chance, but they're looking so strong as a team once again. Brazil, we're just talking about the region. Every team that's here is like not just one team clearly is above the rest, like they're all looking so confident right now. And you know that, I see this guy, he's just aiming for the trophy here.
Looking confident, looking good too. Inco Gaming, all right. I'm excited to see what they're going to be doing, Felix.
100%. Also, got to say, all of these teams, obviously, they are in the Americas region as well. And I do have to say, well, this may have been, it's so sad that we have none of the NA teams here.
You buy direct
All of the teams
invitation.
that come from the Americas
Let's
region.
welcome
Let's run
Esports from China.
Don't break my heart.
Me and said it on Pubg because there's no NA teams, there's no Western European teams. We're like, let's not talk about that. Come on, let's just forget about it for a minute.
Oops, I miss you.
Why did you have to bring that up?
Oh boy, but otherwise got Wolves, of course, you know, a team that previous SMG team, first time played outside of their region here, 7, and a lot of question marks. Can they play to the level of which 4 Angry Men have been able to do in the past, especially as well as Nova has been able to do in the past? There's a lot of questions surrounding this team, but right now they need to show up in these 3 days.
And I think they're going to be able to surprise a lot of teams. They didn't really get a chance to play in the group stages or any of the stages before this as they qualified directly. I feel like they're going to be surprising a lot of teams. And something to keep in mind, too, with Wolves being here, that is now 3 Chinese teams. And we were talking about this before the show started. I think it might be the first time in Grand Finals, and I'm pretty sure if we're wrong, somebody's going to correct us on Twitter, but I think it might be the first time in Grand Finals that we get 3 teams from China, which is crazy.
The odds of the trophy going back to China
Are
strong.
very high.
Yeah, very high, okay? Give it to someone else, though. Share the love, please.
Next team coming up is going to be T2K trying to eliminate. And, well, I was talking to you earlier because I wanted to highlight them especially because that is the second team coming out of the Nepal region. And for me, myself, I thought, you know, it is an incredibly strong region, but I had my hopes up for some of the other regions. I would not have expected Nepal to bring 2 into it, but you were just completely on the other side. It was like, say, Nepal, that was almost expected at that point.
Exactly. The thing is that Train to Kill, to get here, they had to absolutely shatter the hopes and dreams of other teams, especially Reject from Japan. Japan was looking so good in the league stage, and it was like, go back from which you came, go back to your region, and we are going to be making it to the grand finals. So you're taking down some top teams outside of your region. Now they've got to live up to the expectations. They need to perform here.
They essentially eliminated the
Join
whole
us
region
by direct invitation.
The home team, we saw the crowd going wild earlier. There's drama in here. There's just almost the whole stadium just supporting Eggy, and I can understand why. These players are fantastic.
Yeah, alter ego. I mean, I'm excited. I'm really hoping deep down within my heart that they do amazing here because I want to see this crowd absolutely pop off next.
Hopefully. And the thing is, right, this is the team that qualified directly for the finals. They qualified through Indonesia points throughout the entirety of the year. That shows to me here, 7, consistency. If this team can play at that level on this stage, chances are the trophy might not go very far and just remain in Indonesia. That would be amazing. But no, taking down teams like EVOS and BTR, Alter Ego, the pressure is on their shoulders. can they live up to the expectations?
And that's something that I'm so happy that you brought up, because they are one of the only Indonesian team
only
here,
one,
right?
yeah.
The pressure is going to be massive for them. When they get a chance to actually spend some time with the players and talk to the coach, they seem very comfortable. They seem very confident too, so I think they will have a
from
good performance.
Brazil,
And that's a big
It's
question mark.
Alpha
Is a
7
crowd like that also a big
Esports.
opportunity to, you know, boost your confidence, or is it maybe a different variable in terms of, you know, nervousness, in terms of, do you really feel comfortable playing at a stage like this with pretty much the home crowd at your back?
If we go based on what we saw earlier in the year, when we go back to PMWI, a lot of the Saudi Arabian teams did pretty well with the home crowd. Yeah, so I think it will play in their favor.
Of course, Alpha 7, I don't even really want to talk about them. I think that's your thing, 7. Like, you have the rights to talk about them. Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been hyping it up. I'll be talking about my pick for Brazil, and this is my pick right here. If there was ever a time for Alpha 7 to do great in the Grand Finals, I feel like this is the Grand Finals where they're going to be able to showcase that. This is a team that in the previous 2 PMGC Finals, they have finished in 9th place twice. And that's just something that I know they're not going to be looking to do here in this Grand Finals, especially Revo. I mean, he's been playing out of his world. I feel like with Alpha 7, they usually tend to rely a lot in Carrillo, and that is not the case this year. A lot of the other players are stepping up in a big way.
I don't know if you saw that, the stare down of Carrillo. I mean, this man has got determination.
And I was scared back here. I was scared back here, let me tell you.
Some people have been doubting him in the case because he hasn't
Please
been
welcome
MVP in a while.
Vampire
He might be trying to shut
Esports
them out.
of
Yeah, it could be happening. I mean,
Thailand.
the determination is definitely there, but Vampire, we need to bring up this team. Not only the whole region of Thailand has been looking so strong, but the back-to-back winners in the main tournament and after-party showdown
Yes.
of PMWI 2022 in Riyadh. Like, you have 2 different events. The fact that they just win both so dominantly really comes out of nowhere. So really, Vampire, now PMWI, done. Ticked off that box.
Yep.
PMGC is next. Can they make it happen?
And we were talking about, you know, writing history with an event like this. They have already written history this year, and now it's time to maybe get a little bit closer to Nova in terms of just general success in the scene. Sure, maybe that isn't gonna, even if they win this, maybe this isn't gonna put them on the same level, but we are getting there, and that is their goal. I know these players really need this, they really want this. You've been talking to these guys as well, and well, if there is any time in history to make something happen, it is now.
Exactly.
The big question mark for me out of Vampire Esports is how are they going to start in day 1? If they do start slow, they
And
usually tend to struggle the
finally,
whole tournament.
please
Hold on, give me a
welcome
second. I gotta listen to this.
champions, Nova of China.
The back-to-back champions of PMGC Grand Finals. And I think it's safe to say that they are maybe they are the favorite team to probably try to repeat back-to-back-to-back.
I love the interview of Powerboy too. He's like, oh, it was actually surprisingly easier to qualify for the finals this year. I'm like you've got some teams like Nigma Galaxy, you know, you've got a team, so many good teams that did not qualify. Like, oh, easy peasy, mate. Don't even think about it.
They had the group there, and he said, and it was so easy that, you know what, I was going to save this for later as we were talking about it, but I'm just going to say it now. I actually got a chance to talk with Powerboy, and he told me that he has switched his button layout. He's going to be going from 2 fingers to 4 fingers. And he's doing that change just for PMGC. And the reason why he's doing that is because he just feels like trying new tricks to make the game more fun for himself.
It's the equivalent of what you get in, like, in that gamer pose. You're like, okay, serious mode activate. Like, because the league stage, this is very like Nova. League stage, a little bit all over the place. The finals, when they have